side here, 3 o'clock, just came back up. Really nice. Look at the whole group again.
Yeah, you see them? What kind of them?
Ooh, we're starting to see some splashing at the surface there. Ooh, a breacher. Get your cameras ready. Maybe he'll do it again. Keep it focused in that spot. A breach is on the dolphin's entire body, comes straight up out of the surface of the water. Now there's one last characteristic that defines a mammal, and it may not be as apparent just by looking at our dolphins here tonight, but believe it or not, it's the presence of hair. So we don't really think of a dolphin when we think of animals that are very fuzzy or hairy. But when they are first born, dolphins are covered with hair. They're covered with little teeny tiny hairs called lanugo. Human babies are also born with this lanugo right next to us. I'm gonna have to check us out here. It sheds quickly after birth, and then the adult dolphins are left with little hairs at the tips of their nose or their rostrum. We call this their dolphin mustache. So all marine mammals have the presence of hair on the tips of their nose. The American Star is a part of a special voluntary program on board tonight known as Whale Sense. All of our captains, naturalists, and interns were all trained on the proper and respectful approaching technique for any different species of mammal that we could sight out here along our way. We do believe that this is extremely important. Dolphins are a federally protected species of animal. They're protected under the Marine Mammal Protection Act of 1972. This makes it illegal to hunt, harm, harass, feed, or swim with any species of whale, dolphin, or seal in the United States coastal waters. So there's many different rules and regulations that Captain Matt has to follow today to ensure that we are not causing our dolphins any harm. Ooh, we just had another little breach there. Keep looking towards 1 o'clock. Maybe we'll see it again. Remember, these are wild animals. They're not on our payroll. Right on cue, though. Hopefully some of us got that on video. Whenever you see them breach or get surface active like that, keep your cell phone focused in that spot. It's very important that we're a part of this special voluntary program, Whale Sense, because unfortunately not all boaters in our area are educated on the safe and responsible viewing practices of marine mammals. 3 black skimmers up ahead of us here at 12 o'clock. So we always like to set the example for the other boaters on the water here with us today, the other boaters as well as the other companies. We do fully understand and also respect this fact that we're visitors to their home here today. This is their living room, so we like to give them that utmost respect that they do deserve. We give them respect by giving them their space and distance. Now, dolphins in particular, they do know that we are here. They can use a combination of their senses to always tell exactly where our boat is located. If you look closely as they come up to breathe, sometimes we can sight their eyes. They have one black eye on either side of their head or their melon. Whenever we see these eyes emerge from the surface of the water, they are looking back at us. Dolphins can see us pretty much just as well as we can see them. There we go, they're peeking their heads up. They're probably saying, who's coming to check us out here? They can also hear us as well. They have tiny pinholes that are hidden back behind their eyes. With those tiny pinholes, they can hear the sounds and vocalizations of other dolphins from far distances away. They can recognize boats over time by the sounds of their engines, or they can even hear the sound of my voice right now. So dolphins, they can see us and they can also hear us, but one thing that they cannot do is smell us. Dolphins have no sense of smell whatsoever. There's some chuffing there. Dolphin with an attitude. Chuffing is when we can audibly hear that breathing. That sound is coming through the one single blowhole they have on top of their head. As a mammal, in order to use your sense of smell, you have to be actively breathing at the same time. Since these dolphins are just holding their breath beneath the surface, they're not using or relying on a sense of smell. And that's okay because they really don't need it. Instead, dolphins have an extra special sense that you've probably heard of before. This extra special sense is known as echolocation. During echolocation, the dolphin will emit a very high-pitched sound wave at the top of its head or its melon, and they aim that sound wave at an object. Heading to our left side now, 11 o'clock. That echolocation ping will bounce off